back to our new series where we take a trip around the diamond and give you our Lunar Squadron certified top 5 best players at every single position. We've gone through first base, we've gone through second base, we've gone through catcher, and today we're going to be taking a look at third base. Now, before I get into the rankings, I want to lay a few ground rules. Ground rule number 1. This is our personal subjective list. If you disagree with it, feel free to make your own list. Feel free to let us know in the comments down below what your top 5 favorite third basemen would be. Let us know who some of your hidden gems are. Just like we might teach you a few things, you guys teach us a few things every single upload with your comments. Ground rule number 2. We're only picking third basemen whose primary position is third base. That's right, Jimmy Fox fans, you can leave your pitchforks at home for this one. Now, before we get into the list, if you haven't done so already, please do consider enlisting in the Lunar Squadron. Hit that subscribe button down below and the notification bell right next to it. It's going to let you know every single time that Nick or myself upload, and you're going to want to stay in touch with our upcoming uploads because we're going to be doing a debut of the much anticipated 99 Cody Bellinger, the card which you are all going to presumably participate in the Assault and Abuse Fest that is going to be going on in events. So play it safe, guys. Try to have some fun. And with that, we're going to get straight into our rankings. Coming in at number 5 is the face of the franchise, Harman Killebrew. This card has one of the smoothest and most compact and fast swings in the game for a third baseman. It's also got some of the best power attributes with 121 and 125 power against left and right respectively, making it one of the more dangerous options with the bat on this list. This card also offers some defensive versatility. You can throw him in at first base, you can throw him in at left field if you're an absolute mad lad. You probably shouldn't though, because that brings us to one of the cons of this card. His speed is pretty slow. This guy's a tortoise, 39 speed. He's kind of going to be a liability out in left field. Also, that arm strength in at 70 isn't the best, and that's also going to give you some issues in at third base as well. Some of those harder plays, maybe when he's tracking back to throw across the diamond into first, is going to be a bit of a struggle for him. This card isn't exactly the best defensive option on this list, but because of that power, because of the offensive attributes, and because of how cheap it's going on the current market, only around 25 stubs at the time of making this video, it really is a great value pick. However, if you really are competitive at this stage in the game, it really would probably serve better as a bench bat than a starting third baseman. That said, because of those offensive stats, because of the power, this card earns itself its place at number 5 on our list. Coming in at number 4 on our list is Signature Series Chipper Jones. Now, if you've used Chipper Jones, you know that he has a more visually appealing batting stance, as well as a nice, smooth, compact swing that really does well in this game. That, paired with his offensive attributes, which you're getting 116 contact versus both left and right, that's on the higher end on this list. Plus, you're getting pretty decent power for this card. That makes it super dangerous on the offensive side, and he's also a contender on the base paths in this game. With 68 speed and 75 stealing, you're going to be able to steal a base or two with this card, but the problem with this card is in the availability. It's nearly impossible to obtain at this point unless you've had a million stub buy order in for a long time, or if you're able to get flawless on BR. Because of that, because of his inaccessibility on the current market, he can only come in at number 4 on our list. Coming in at number 3 on our list is Finest Nolan Arenado. This card has some of the most well-balanced offensive attributes on this list. Now, it's true that we would have liked to see a little more power versus right, but 99 power certainly is nothing to sneeze at. This card will do the business on the offensive end. This card performs exceedingly well when you're hitting those balls On the pull side, it's going to come off the bat like a Saturn V rocket. This card doesn't just excel offensively, it also excels defensively. It is clearly the second best defensive third baseman in this game. It's got 90 fielding, 97 arm strength, and 99 reactions. If anything gets by this card, you can be rest assured that it would have gotten past any other card. Now, where some of you might struggle with this card is actually in the intangibles, with his stance and his swing. His stance is kind of close to the strike zone. It's going to make it a little difficult for some of you. It's kind of visually unappealing. As for his swing, it's not the most short and compact. It's a really long swing, and so it feels like you've got to get really early on some of those pitches as opposed to other cards. I know Nick struggled with this at first as well, but he's made that adjustment, and now he's flat raking with this card. I know any pitch that I'm going to give him on the pull side, he's sending it into the stands. Unlike his insane exit velocities going down the pull side, his exit velocities going the opposite way are a bit lacking, so you might want to keep that in mind. If you are willing to make that mental adjustment at this point in the game and get the jump on some of those pitches, this Nolan Arenado card certainly is one of the more dangerous options that you can have in third base, and for that reason, it's coming in at number 3 on our list. Coming in at number 2 on our list is Monthly Rewards Jose Ramirez. This card has some of the best offensive stats in the game. It's got over 100 power versus both left and right, plus he's got a very user-friendly batting stance and swing. Combine all of that with his switch hitting capabilities, and you've got yourself an extremely dangerous card. But wait, there's more. You can also prestige this card, and the stats get even more crazy. Plus, it gives you something else to grind for, which just adds to the fun that you can have with this card. Also, on the defensive end, this card is super versatile. It plays just about anywhere in the infield besides catcher, and you can always throw him out in left field. That said, with the secondary positional penalty you're going to be getting out in left field combined with his 61 speed, he might struggle in that area, so I'd be wary of doing that. Also, he's not the most dangerous player on the base paths with only 61 speed and 53 stealing. However, because of its offensive capabilities, because of this card's ability to explode the ball off of the bat, not to mention how accessible this card is, it only takes about an hour or so of grinding to get this monthly rewards card. It earns its way at number 2 on our list. Coming in at number 1 on our list is Corona boy Justin Turner. I'm just kidding. I'm biased, but not that biased. Actually coming in at number 1 on our list is the 99 Finest Manny Machado. Manny Machado really has mastered the all-necessary troika of contact, power, and fielding. On the offensive end, this card has one of the nicest swings in this game. In our debut of this card, he hit 2 home runs and a triple. I was personally blown away by the performance of this card. Super user-friendly swing. I picked it up right away, so if you haven't done so, I highly recommend picking up this card. It's a little bit on the pricey end. It's $200,000 on the market, but I assure you, it is 100% worth it. Plus, if you've got some fodder in your club, you can throw it into the Padres Team Affinity Rivals Exchange. It's going to bring the $200,000 price tag down on this card, and you might actually get yourself a deal depending on how many cards you've got lying around in your club. Now, on the defensive end, this card is undisputedly the best in this game. Just like the Nolan Arenado card, nothing shot down the left field line is going to get past this card. I was kind of hard-pressed to find any cons in this card. I guess maybe speed is a con, but honestly, it doesn't really matter if everything you're hitting is going over the fence. This Manny Machado card really is the clear choice at number 1. I'm sure a lot of you are probably going to agree with this pick. For that reason, it's going to come in at number 1 as the best third baseman on our list. Thank you all so much for tuning in to our top 5 third baseman list. Nick and I really do enjoy having discussions about which players to place on these lists. And we love hearing your comments as to who we picked for the list. We really do always have exciting debates about these sort of things. So please do let us know your opinion in the comments down below. Let us know who you're rocking at third base, who your favorite all-time third baseman may be, not even in the game, but in real life. For me, it's Justin Turner. I'd love to hear your thoughts as well. Coming up next, we're going to be going over the top 5 shortstops in the game, so please do feel free to let us know in the comments down below if there are some hidden gems that you found in that position, if there are any players that you would absolutely die to have featured in our list. Let us know. But for now, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.